Cheese!
Genius! Oh, baggy!
So Grandma, I forgot to mention in the last video, why didn't your car come back?
Oh, paperwork issues, plus it's a bit bent, but I'm actually on the email at the moment, so...
So what's the plan anyway?
Buy JZX90 here, and get all my shit back. Won't go send it.
Drinking problem out, eh?
Oh, shut up. Nah, dry July, give me up alcohol.
Sounds good, all the best for your future with your JZ. What the fuck is going on?
Imagine it the way.
What the fuck? Yeah, definitely a dog box.
No fucking clutching, eh?
Righto guys, I'm going to start sorting the fitment out on this thing. As you can see, she's all monster truck, so I'm going to take the wheels off, probably roll the guards a bit more, just because there's still a bit of a lip in there. And then I'm going to lower the whole car. I'm going to aim to try to get this rear guard like just on the tyre. Don't want to sack it right out. And as for this front, I kind of like the poke tough look, so I don't want to go too low. I'll just drop it around here maybe. I'll see how I go anyway. Obviously I don't want it to rub. Right, I got the wheel off here and I've found what my banging was. So this tension rod here, the 2 bolts that go to the lower control arm, both loose. So I'm going to take them off and put some Loctite on. So I'm trying to undo these locking collars here on the coilovers. I undone them in Japan, tightened them back up. Now they're too bloody tight to undo, so I've got an old screamer pipe, I think it is, for leverage, and we'll see how this goes. Alright, so the guard roller wasn't quite getting the spots I wanted, so this is my next solution, hammer. That's bloody good. Alrighty, so Chip's just turned up, and the wiring specialist he is. He's trying to diagnose some things. My boost control is not working for some reason, so we're just trying to follow the wires back. We've got wires here that go to nothing. So we're tracing this boost controller wiring back through to try to see what's going on and why it's not working.
Here's your e-cigarette charger.
Yeah, we don't know what that thing is. And we've also got that switch there. We want to try to find out what that is too. But meanwhile, I've come up with a solution. I've taken these rear wheels off here. And what I'm going to do is put the rears on the front, since the rears are wider. That way I won't have to run spacers, I won't have as much poke, and it should fit just perfect. These ones are a little bit skinnier, so I won't be running these wheels anyway. I'll be drifting on 17s, so those ones there, they're 18s, they can just stay on the front. So Chip, how you been anyway? You've been away for a while.
Yeah, I'm hiding.
Hiding?
It's not hiding.
So,
Busy, mate.
Busy. Apparently, your engine's done for your Chonda over there.
Yeah, mate.
All done. Right, fully forged, ready to go.
Almost ready to go. Almost.
Almost. So, old mate reckons he's just got to paint his engine bay and shit. And then he's going to pop his freshly built, forged H22A in. And he'll be screaming 600 horsepower. 600 horsepower?
Oh, 550.
Oh yeah, that's good enough, eh?
Maybe. Maybe.
Like all the best for your build, eh?
Oh, cheers, mate. Thank you. I appreciate it.
But could you stop breaking my Toyota? Alright, so we've found what the switch is. These wires here floating around randomly. That's what the switch is for. So if I want to chuck something onto a switch, I can hook it up to that, I guess. But in the meantime, that switch does basically nothing.
Was that already in the car, that boost control?
Yeah, man. Bought like that from auction.
And nothing works.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Who's this? That's Swaggy Saggy Ball Baggy.
JZX Mafia.
JZX Mafia headquarters. Oh fuck, we're on. We're getting ready to drift.
What's going on here, Chief? Hey! What are you doing? Whoa.
Hoppa. Yeah, good. We've got a problem here. The inside of the rim is actually rubbing on this J-arm here. So yeah, we're going to have to run spacers now. Thoughts?
Not ideal. That'll do.
We'll get there?
Yeah.
Cheers.
What's going on?
Fixing drift damage and rolling gas. Some bit tight down in this spot where I crashed, but what you gotta do is just fucking crank that up. Fucking scream it.
Yeah.
Looking good.
That's already come out quite a bit to what it was. But just a little comparison. Look where that one is. Sort of this bit's in line with the rear of the door. So this side's got a wee bit to go yet, but we're getting there. So I managed to get all my gauges going from the other night. Get key in. Everything's back up and running, looking crispy. The boost gauge, the wires in the back of it just weren't actually pushed in properly, so that was a nice easy fix, didn't have to do anything too major. Put the interior back together, slapped all the back seats back in, but probably end up taking those back out again for the harness. So I got a 3-point there, but I don't know, I might just get a 4-point. Don't really like the idea of the 3.
Very niggly, this crash damage here. Alright, while I'm at the rear here, I just remembered on the last day in Japan, my handbrake stopped working, so I'm just gonna whip off this rotor here. I've just taken off the caliper, so all going well. It should just tap tap come off. See, it's off. Right, so I was trying to turn the whole thing down into the body, but like the preload must be so tight that I can't. Well, I can do it, but it's just so difficult, so I've just unbolted it down here, and I'm just going to turn the whole thing up into it. That's how much more I've got to go. I've already gone like, well, it was like down here, so she needs to go a lot more. I had a feeling that was going to happen. I think it's going to be too low now. It's still jacked up. I'll let the jack down and see what happens. Yeah, she's pretty damn low. I don't know, it's not too bad, but now that I've lowered it that much, obviously heaps of camber, so I need to put these adjustable arms in, get rid of that camber, get in alignment, so I don't wear tyres so quickly. So just trying to work on the panel damage a bit more. I've taken this rear bumper off. It was absolutely stuffed. It was over that way like 4 inches. All the mounts are broken off, so I'm not too sure how I'm gonna refit it, but I was thinking about leaving it like that, but I don't think it looks good, eh? It looks a bit too bare, so try to sort something out. Alrighty, so I've kind of finished up on lowering the car, just moving them around a little bit because we took them outside. As you can see, the front is quite a bit lower, mad camber and all, but only problem is it's not crazy low, but it's already starting to rub inside there, and I don't really want it binding mid-drift, so that might be a problem. But at the rear here, she's rather low, but still not like that low. It's mainly because this tyre's so small, so once I get my actual tyres on here, it should raise it up a little bit. They kind of look a bit too small on here at the moment. These are 17s. Oh, by the way, these are Josh's wheels he had. 3-piece, I believe. Yeah, so I bought those off him because I had no drift spares. Quite nice wheels actually, and they suit the colour of the car, the old white. What else? Done quite a bit of paneling. It's actually not too bad now. Like, that's pretty straight. It's about as good as it's going to get, really. As for this side here, all pretty straight as well. Pulled all that out. Not actually that bad. So we're getting there. Now this is the only issue. I went to go for a little drive, and that's how low my exhaust is. It's basically touching the ground the whole time. So that definitely needs sorting out. But anyway, I've just got this 4-inch here, stainless, which will be going on for the new back pipe, and that will replace the rear muffler. So we'll get there. She's going good. Anyway, that's about it for this video, and see you in the next one.